Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention?
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of love the attention.
Everyone loves to read about your life.
What's up, too chewy?
My mom warned me about friends like
A
you.
bit overwhelming.
Hey, I'm here for the ride. What's good, people? What's good? What's good? What's up, Al?
Here we are again, another episode of Back to Reality.
Back in the booth as usual, man. Recording on Gadigal Land. Just a reminder for you guys out there. But listen, got a guest on today, and man, I can't wait. I got so many questions to ask this person.
He's a familiar face. Everyone will know who he is, and he's on the current season of MAFS.
Absolutely. Let's get into it, baby. Come on.
Let's do it.
With MAFS this week was finals week. Okay, so wrapping up the whole show, basically, right? So what I want to know is, how far from the final vows to the reunion?
So yeah, it's roughly
makes
about 2 months of no filming from final vows to reunion. So once everyone does final vows, everyone just goes back to normal life, and it's a really weird period. You know, it's like, because the couples that decide to stay together have to stay together, but like they do it in secret.
Yeah, that's interesting.
And then everyone else just sort of just bobbles about themselves, and everyone's keeping in contact.
So that's what's up, because like always in between, I'm always wondering, I'm like, okay, so these people were together on here, but now I'm seeing them with someone else's wife. What's happening here?
So there's about a 2 month gap.
Okay,
and that's when people start talking to other brides. The brides are talking to other husbands, and then that's when the real juicy stuff starts, and that's when couple swapping happens.
And that's when the press really starts to make their money right there.
Yeah, it really does. It really does. And I remember when I was in it, there was so much drama happening in my season that I went back to work at the construction site, and I'd tell like my boss or like the other laborers or whatever at work, being like, "Oh, this is what happened on MAFS," and they're just like not invested at all. They're like, "Okay, whatever, yeah." But then they watch the show and they get so into it, and like, "Oh my gosh, I remember you telling me about this, blah 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 blah." And I'm like, "Bro, I was telling you, like." It's just hard to explain sometimes.
Wait, so like, does like the reunion happen before the show starts airing?
Yeah. Reunion gets filmed, and then the show starts airing, the first episode.
Oh, got you.
Like 3 months later.
Damn, I didn't know that there was a 2 month gap in between that, bro.
Yeah.
Every whole time I was like, wait, did these guys just get out and immediately they just swap the wives? Like
on TV, you're watching it, and it's like an episode. And then like you have like a week break and then another episode. So it feels like, everyone's been away for like a week. But no,
oh my God.
Once Final Vows finishes, right, everyone's still like a bit like hesitant on what to speak their mind and things like that. But then they got 2 months to stew over everything. And that's when they change as a person. They walk into that reunion, a different person, ready with ammunition, ready to fire. And I'm serious, every single person was like that. I feel like that's why, watching it now, it's very juicy because everyone's had 2 months to simmer on it all. They've built up all these, like courage, you could say, and also heard rumors from other contestants. Oh, this person's been hanging out with that person. This person said this about you, and they're just fueled up and like, all right, we got one more chance to try and
make it right.
Try and make it right, and try and make them the villain and get back at them. Just like Harrison here, where he printed the sheet out of messages between Bronte and a girl he was talking to.
God damn.
And so
printed too.
He full printed it out too. Yeah. Full like hard copy evidence.
God damn.
And everyone's like that. Everyone's just fueled up, ready for battle, and that's what it felt like. And I remember waiting before we go into the actual dinner party. It was just so tense. Like everyone in there, we can see everyone just like walking around, pacing around. Everyone just like revising little lines in their head, thinking about what to say.
Bro, just the need for vengeance is just like, I'm like, yo, some of those people just don't want peace, bro. I choose peace any day, bro. But for you to actually go and print a hard copy thing of these messages, bro, you really want people to see what was happening.
Yeah. But nah, you do. Yeah, 2 months is enough time to gather some goss and to unleash it in one night.
Listen, so I actually had another question. There's this dude, man, this guy that always pops up at the dinner parties with a glass, and does the dinner is ready. You make your way to the table.
Yeah.
But I actually want to know what the food is actually like at these dinner parties. Because I never actually see you guys digging into this food. What is, know what I mean?
The food is cracker. You're getting like big amounts of fish fillets, steaks, chicken.
He was eating good.
All sorts of like bok choy, like there's all sorts of crazy food. And my favorite is the canters of wine, the red wine.
Oh yeah,
yeah. And I'm just like,
you're a wine connoisseur yourself.
Oh, I'm not. I just drink anything alcoholic back then.
Anything that went besides,
yeah. And the food's really good because like when you're watching, you don't really like you sort of think about that. Obviously, everyone's there to eat dinner and stuff, but then everyone's there to talk and
Absolutely, yeah.
So sometimes it ruins your appetite as well.
Yeah, a little
So
bit
sometimes
because you're trying to
people
listen to what's going on. You know what I mean?
Exactly,
Especially
yeah.
like on your season, bro. I can't imagine like trying to listen to Dom over that side, Jack next to him trying to eat, and then listen to his wife trying to, you know what I mean, say some stuff over you. So yeah, man. I was like, I've always wondered what you guys are eating on there.
Yeah. And sometimes I'm like thinking, oh shit, you know, is there something in my teeth? But then that thought kind of goes away because I've had too many wines and I'm too drunk to even think about, you know, what the hell's going on. And I remember, I don't know what you're saying this, but I remember being like semi-drunk, so drunk a few times. I was like listening to someone like talk in front of me, and I could start seeing double of them. they're like fading in and out, and I was like, "Whoa!" Like
you sure that was wine, bro?
Do you know when you go to the bathroom after like a big night, or like during a big night, you go to the bathroom when it's all quiet, and you stare at yourself.
And you
in the
look
mirror,
at yourself and you're like, "Yo, hey man."
Oh, like I'm so drunk.
Like it's like you're in like the Matrix or something.
Yeah.
You're talking
to yourself in the mirror, and that's when you know you're drunk. I had one of those moments like en masse, and they were talking to me, and they asked me a question back, and I had no clue what was going on. I was like,
Bro, man.
shit.
And I know you would have had a lot of things on your mind too. You know, it's like now you're trying to think about the stuff that's in your teeth and the chili that's on your hands. You know what I mean? Like when you're trying to fake cry.
Yeah, fake
Boy.
cry. And then I remember they always served us red wine. But I hated that because I remember watching it on TV and my teeth were always stained.
Oh,
Little
shit.
Chat.
God damn it.
Yeah.
So now for everyone else that's going to go on to MAFS.
And anyone goes on MAFS, make sure you can drink the red wine, but just wash it down with water afterwards.
God damn, boy. I have never actually looked at your teeth on the show. So
Yeah, it was
maybe
chat.
that's something right there. Hey, listen, this is what I actually wanted to ask. So I've actually got one of my boys, so he might actually be getting, okay, so he's going to pop the question soon, you know, and, you know, very soon it's going to be the wedding as well, too.
Let's hope his future fiancé doesn't hear this.
Hey, listen to what I'm getting to. So I'm talking about the wedding vows, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
So, because obviously I want to get some tips, but what I want to know is, from MAFS, did you write your own wedding vows?
I wrote about 70% of my wedding vows.
Damn, so who's the ghostwriter?
So you write your wedding vows, and then you write like a rough copy, like a draft, and then you send it to your producer, and then they'll like edit a bit, come back to you, you edit a bit more. So it goes back like at least 2-3 times.
Okay, cool.
Before it's the final.
But it originates
final one.
from you, though.
But it originates from me, yeah. My one was like remembered because I did Eminem lyrics in my wedding vows.
Can we get a rerun?
All right. As I stand before you now, my palms are sweaty, my knees are weak, my arms are heavy, and I can't wait to try my new wife's spaghetti. And like, I thought it would be funny. I was like, heck yeah, my wife's gonna love this. But little did I know,
it's
she's
an
like,
original from
she was like, fuck that.
Bro.
He was this immature Eminem fan I'm marrying.
You've been getting you've been getting lyrics from everywhere, bro. And you even like try to get Chris Brown in there too in the other speech.
Yeah, I told you about that, didn't I? The
boy,
the Chris Brown, they cut out. So I remember when I was leaving, that's my last time on MAFS. I was really sad, but I was like, all right, I'm gonna have to implement Chris Brown into my goodbye speech.
Absolutely.
So I'm sitting on the couch in front of the experts, and I'm like, there's never a right time to say goodbye, but I know we gotta go our separate ways. And I pulled my card and it says leave. Because there's a song by Chris Brown called "Say Goodbye." It's a perfect breakup song.
They definitely cut that off.
They cut it out, and all it goes, "We gotta go our separate ways." And then I'm like, "No!" I told everyone, I'm like, "Everyone, watch my last commitment ceremony." I repeat Chris Brown. I come into the show rapping Eminem. I leave rapping Chris Brown.
If I was anybody else, I'd say, bro, Al, I don't know. It feels like your life is actually scripted, bro. Man's actually got like producers that just actually follow him everywhere he goes. He's like, okay, fine, cool. So we're gonna open up with Eminem, and then we're gonna close with Chris Brown. Okay, this is how we're gonna leave. But hey, so with the cast, like, are you still talking to any of the cast from your season?
From my season, yeah, I'm still tight with pretty much most people. I speak to Brent on the daily. Jack, speak to him every once in a while. Dom and Elle, I used to speak to them quite a bit, but they're quite busy now and things like that.
That's what's up.
Selena's still one of my best girl mates that's in there.
For real. Selena too.
Yeah, and you're very close to Selena too. Yeah,
definitely. Hey, not like that. Yeah, don't be looking at me like
you know what I mean? Yeah, same management.
Anyway.
Yeah, I try to keep contact with Cody, Jackson,
No, man, that's
Matt,
dope, man.
and everyone.
Because you know how like after like every season of any show, really like it's always like either drama or like someone stays with the wrong person after it, and it's always like a big divide. Because for example, from our season, bro, our season Love Island was just crazy, bro. We can't actually all hang out now. Like it's like kind of weird. Like if you put everyone that was on our season like in one room. Yeah, you'd be a very quiet
good,
room.
maybe.
Yeah.
That'd be good television then.
Listen, there better be no alcohol involved, and there better be no sharp objects in the room. That's what I'm saying.
Would Ryan be the troublemaker?
Actually, nah. He's actually more tame than you think.
Really?
Yeah, he's
Okay.
actually more. We've got very, very like. I feel like everyone is nice in their own ways.
Yeah.
Don't cross the line though. I'm in a good middle ground where it's like I ain't really enemies
That's
with
hard
nobody.
to be in the middle ground.
It's
And so I was in that middle ground stage as well. I was pretty like Switzerland amongst all the MAFS drama that was going on. And that was a lot harder than I thought. But yeah, I feel like if you want a blue tick, you need to do more scandals, Taku. You need to pick a side or even just create your own side and just start beefing on with anyone.
I can pay for that shit now. You know that?
Oh, yeah, true.
Instagram,
You can stick your
Meta,
blue tick up your ass.
Meta. I'm not doing that, bro. That's what Ali was saying too. He was like, "Hey, man, you just gotta do something crazy that I can just come and capture it, and then boom, you got a blue tick." I'm like, bro, I ain't showing my ass or my ting anywhere near you, bro. So listen, I ain't gonna get into any scandals, but apparently now on Instagram you can actually pay for a blue tick.
Yeah, you can.
So
I've
I'm like,
seen a
is that
few
how
people
low?
popping up with blue ticks
Bro, I'm saying, but I think
with like 100 followers. I'm like,
yeah,
damn.
man. I'm like, bro, I ain't that low, bro. I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah.
Nah.
Reality.
So last week, after we had Ali in the studio, we actually FaceTimed Jesse, okay, from MAFS, obviously. And to our surprise, he had a, I don't know if it was a visitor or a companion.
Yeah, he had a ting
He had
in the
a
same
ting.
room.
Yeah, so Janelle was in there as well. So anyway, we actually got him on, so maybe let's actually give him a call.
Let's give him a call now.
What's up?
Hey, Jesse, I've actually got a confession, right? So my grandmom actually has got portraits of you in her house. Because you look like Jesus, bro. Those curls, man. You and Jesus got some things in common.
Thank you, man. Yeah, just the long hair and the brown little goatee, I guess.
But man, man, handsome boy, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Nah, he's a good looking lad.
Nah, thanks so much for coming on, man.
Thank you. It's my pleasure. And in saying that, I actually just saw recently online a lady has made a vase like to hold flowers, and it's all pictures of me around the vase.
Oh my god!
No way.
Is she gonna send it to you at least?
That's when you know you've made it. That's
That's when you know.
That's it.
Well, look, listen, man. Just to open up, we usually ask about our back to reality moments. It's a new experience. You know what I mean? Coming off, reality TV and getting back to normal life. And for you, coming back to reality, I know you said that you've got an influx of work coming in as a marriage celebrant. How's life been after reality TV?
Man, my life honestly it's completely changed. So yeah, I guess a good place to start is my celebrant work. I have so many couples who have reached out to me in the last 4, 5, 6 weeks. The inquiries are just absolutely blown up. I literally can't stay on top of the inquiries.
Damn.
I'm like losing track of everything, which is it's a good thing. But what else? So work has been impacted. My social life has been impacted. My God, I've gone out clubbing a couple of times here in Perth, and man, there's literally, yeah, dude, there's literally lines of people just standing ready to get a photo with me or just to say hello.
No way.
It's
How are you liking it? Your life changed? It obviously changed for the better, right?
Yeah. I'll say for the most part, it has changed for the better. It's absolutely come at a high price. Don't get me wrong, and there has been moments where it has been really tough. But for the most part, I think it's human nature for us to try to make the most out of things and to always see the bright side of things. And I'm definitely doing that.
Yeah. How are you liking the attention? Are you handling it pretty well, or you getting annoyed just yet?
Yeah, I mean, I think initially online it was hard to deal with because I would catch a few negative comments here and there.
Yeah.
So online I slowly became accustomed to the hate out there, and I'm dealing with that part okay.
But has anyone said any hate to you on the outside in like real life, or do people just say?
Yeah, no one in public has been mean or rude or like the worst I ever got in public was I was hanging out with Lyndall one night and someone asked for a photo with Lyndall. And then Lyndall said, do you want to get a photo with Jesse? And they were like, oh, no, thanks.
And that's the worst hate you've ever gotten.
That's the worst hate I've got in public.
Oh my God. That just shows, these keyboard warriors just hide behind their phones and they're willing to try to ruin someone's life or make someone feel really bad, but they don't have the balls to actually say it in person. I remember we spoke about it before on a past few episodes.
And that's the thing though, bro. Like, I feel like that's something that a lot of people don't really quite realize that, like that's really just a small part of who we are as a whole. You know what I'm saying? And then like when we get out, people are like, oh, because usually like the reactions that a lot of people get is, man, you're actually so much more nicer than we thought you'd be.
Yeah.
It's like, what the hell? So you thought that was me? So
100%.
That's definitely like a back to reality moment right there within itself. So but apart from that, man, so influx of work, influx of women as well, or what's happening?
How you going with the chicks?
Healthy.
Man said I've got a healthy relationship with women.
Man, that's a good word. That's a good word. Man, so
go on. Let me pull back the curtain a little bit further. Like some of the ways that people have tried to get in contact with me is absolutely mental, man. Mm-hmm. People have sent me fake wedding inquiries. It's women who want to like reach out to me.
No way.
Yeah, and there's all these different apps that people are reaching out on, like Snapchat and Telegram and WhatsApp.
Oh my goodness! Just wait till you get the Instagram back. It's gonna be flooded,
bro. I'm scared. I'm scared to get my personal Instagram back.
How is it not having it though? You gotten used to it or?
I don't think I was ever really much of an Instagram guy to begin with. Like before MAFS, I only had like 500 followers. Wow. I didn't really use it all that much, so to have it gone now, it didn't really impact me.
Yeah, and you get it back pretty soon, don't you?
This is how much it doesn't really bother me. I don't even know when I get it back, and I don't really mind when I get it back. They can have it for another month if they want.
That's a good answer, boy. Because you know what, though? The worst thing is when you actually get it, that's when you actually start to get, influx of all the good messages and the bad. But for some reason, you actually narrow your focus on all of the hate comments, and you read every single one of them. You don't mean to, but I did. So I think you actually got a pretty good approach to it, man.
Yeah, that's thank you for telling me that. I've actually noticed that I'll read 10 really positive comments of support, and then the one negative message in amongst the 20 or 30 positive ones is the one that sticks in my head, and it's like, urgh.
Yeah, exactly right.
Hey, listen, so going back to the women that are coming into your life, I don't know if you're aware, there's this woman as well too, like I'm pretty sure she was on your season. Her name is Janelle Han. Are you aware of this woman? How well do you know her?
Aware.
Very good. How well do you know this woman?
Well, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm gonna say I know Janelle about let's go a 5 or 6.
Oh damn.
Okay, interesting. Elle,
so because when we FaceTimed you, so those listeners who don't know, we FaceTimed Jesse last week when we were doing our episode with Ali, and and he was visiting because you're from Perth, and you were visiting Sydney, and you were with a friend Janelle, and then me and Taku were like, oh my goodness, there's something going on here.
Hoping you've come across a scandal.
Yeah.
Ain't no scandal, man. We know both of y'all got needs. The craziest thing was when we FaceTime, you answered no shirt, and then Janelle just comes up from nowhere. I'm like, whoa, hold up. I know her. so hey, we're just asking. We don't want to start nothing.
But out of everybody, I think Ali should have been the one that's most surprised, but he was just like, oh yeah, whatever.
Exactly.
They're just friends.
Like,
And he's the one who writes articles, so if he's chill, I think we all could be chill.
Yeah, for sure. You guys, you're more than welcome to ask anything about Janelle and me. Nothing that I'm afraid to talk about. Let me start that off by saying Janelle and I are real good friends. I think if there was a best friend that I've made out of MAFS, it's definitely her. She's a really cool chick. I love so much about her. And so she's recently moved to Sydney, and she's probably going to stay there for at least a year. So if there was anything that was to romantically sprout from this, I don't think it's going to happen if she's living in a different city.
Yeah. So you say you're just friends with Janelle from now?
For now, we're just friends. Yeah. Who knows what might happen down
Do you
the
kiss
line?
your friends?
Good question, Al. How do you do it?
You know, that's actually something that Janelle and I discussed when I visited her in Sydney. It's like, do we need to draw some lines in the sand and set some boundaries? Because I was like, do I hug my male friends the same way I do Janelle? Probably not. I probably hold on to Janelle a little bit longer. Yeah. Do I kiss my friends on the cheek the way I do Janelle? Probably not. So, yeah.
That's a good answer. That's a good answer, boy. We like that. You answered that like it was actually like a post-footy match interview. You know what I'm saying? My man was like, do I do this? Do I do
I think the question the listeners want to know is, did you crash on the couch or did you share a bed?
That's what we need. Don't worry about that. Thanks for coming on.
Okay, we shared a bed, but there was no funny business. We didn't even kiss.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. And if it helps the listeners with more context, Janelle has only recently moved into her place. She's still in the process of getting all her furniture and bedding and all that stuff. So she's got this fold out couch and it was our only option. So, yeah.
Damn.
I don't know if I'm believing that.
Yeah. Con cap.
That's
We need to get Janelle on next episode.
Yeah.
See if these stories line up.
But there have been articles as well too, Jesse. You and Carolina. Does that ring a bell as well?
It does ring a bell. Ding-a-ling.
Jesse's got Riz.
I don't even think I got that much Riz, to be honest with you. I think if there's anything that chicks like about me, it's that, I don't know, I'm just like, I'm super chill. I don't really care about a lot. I think that might be an endearing thing. Anyway, Harrison took me out one night when I was in Sydney. Ali was with us, who was on your show last week. And, he's friends with everyone. And was messaging Carolina. And she stepped out and joined us that night. And, I mean, if you've seen the article, then you know what happens. We shared a cheeky little kiss on the cheek. We got along really well. I was actually surprised how much she enjoyed watching me on my season of MAFS. It was
So it seems like you're doing really well with all the girls, like Janelle, Carolina, and all that. Somehow managing them all. But is there any hope for you and Claire?
In the sense of what? Like a relationship?
Yeah.
Not
Because
girlfriend.
watching this week on the show, obviously everybody's, seeing you guys do well, I'd say, at the reunion.
Yeah, that's fair to say.
Like finishing the show well. So does it all like go sour after the show, or does it, what happens after that?
I'm not sure if I would say it went sour. It just went the way it did, like what you're seeing, first of all, on the episodes is Claire and I being friendly and kind and polite to each other. And I think the key word there is friends. Claire and I can smile towards each other. We can share a hug. She might kiss me on the cheek and vice versa. That doesn't mean there's any romantic potential still there. I think Claire and I would both admit that we are not the best match, but I think we both can say that we're proud to say that we ended on the notes that you saw last night and that you'll see tonight on the couch.
Yeah.
It's just friendly.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. And do you think you guys were matched up for? Because this is what a lot of people talk about. Do you guys were matched up for to not get along, to make good TV? If you know what I mean.
Yeah. So there's two There's two
on my season, I remember the girl I was matched with. I asked her what she asked for. I was like, "Oh, what'd you ask for in a guy?" To the experts and blah blah blah. And it was the complete opposite. And she got me. She asked for a guy with a beard, tattoos, and all this sort of stuff. And I didn't have any of that. So was that the same for you?
A little bit yes, and a little bit no. I think no matter So the first thing I want to say is I think no matter who you get matched with, you're eventually going to come across a circumstance where you both go, okay, this is a bad match. That's going to happen with anyone and everyone, right? But then if you take a closer look, I mean, I did say I'm not into, and let me precede this next sentence by saying, I'm not going to write someone off if they're into star signs and crystals. That doesn't mean you're a bad person. I never had that frame of mind. All I said was I'm not into that stuff. So why would they make that such a prominent feature of me on the screen saying how much I disliked it, and then go ahead and get Claire to give me a crystal at the on the wedding day? So that kind of seemed a bit dodgy to me. Another thing is I'm quite put off by like over the top people in general, not just romantic interests. And Claire is a very high energy person. So that was another thing that I was just like, surely they've stitched us both up here, not just me, but Claire as well. This is the thing. We're never going to know. Like, the inner workings of that show will never be revealed.
Did you have any moments where, like, you're screaming at the TV? You're like, no, this is the way it happens. Like, I feel like, especially maybe when you're confronting Claire and Adam about what happened the night before on the night out. And then they were sort of like, they were sort of just like, they didn't tell you they kissed just yet. But then, you know, like you're sort of, you had your suspicions. And then I felt like you would have been screaming at the TV going, no, everyone believe me. Like, you know, like this is what happened because you knew they kissed.
Like I knew the reveal was coming a couple of weeks later. So I wasn't really like yelling at the TV in that regard in that moment. But bro, I was yelling at the TV most nights because and not even in response to my relationship, but in response to other people's relationship. I'm like, hold on, I was there for this, and that's not how it happened for that couple. I wish I could give you a good example right now, not off the top of my head.
With you, were you happy with the way that you were portrayed though when you're watching it back?
I think I wasn't. I was about to say for the most part, yes.
Why is that though? I like you, Jesse. I like watching you.
Well, I think it became like an accurate representation of me, like from retreat onwards. But prior to retreat, I was like, what's going on here, man? I didn't like my representation on the honeymoon. It was very one-sided. There was a lot on the honeymoon you didn't see. Here's some context for you. Claire and I were on honeymoon for 6 days. And all of our honeymoon footage is squeezed into about like a total of between 5 and 10 minutes. There's just so much you didn't see. It's unbelievable. So I hated that. The wedding was, I'd say, maybe 80% okay. I really didn't like how much they exaggerated my dislike of crystals and star signs. Like that was so far at the back of my mind. I wasn't thinking about that when I was like getting to know Claire.
And I feel like no one would have known that in your season either. Like it's not like anyone at the dinner party would have known. Like it would have been a surprise for everyone watching it on TV as well. Because I remember on our season about Brent, you know, how they really magnified how Brent didn't like feet, like didn't like unclean feet. And so they kept in every ad before the show started, they kept replaying that. And I'm like Brent's best mate on the show. And like, I was like, bro, I didn't even know about this feet thing at all. He never brought it up once. So that's probably just one of those things that they just sort of magnified on. But you probably don't, it's not even a big deal to yourself even, that not even like your close mates on the show knew. Maybe not even Janelle knew about the crystal thing. Who knows?
Yeah, perhaps. Yeah. No, great example. And I'm glad you could empathize.
Yeah. Did you apply or were you scouted?
It was kind of like a 50-50 for me. So every year I'll have heaps of friends tag me in the apply for MAFS on Facebook thing. So I answered most of the questions. It got to the point where I got to upload a video and I was like, I'll get around to it. And I probably left it about 3 weeks. And then I got a phone call from someone saying, hey, so I never submitted my application, but they still somehow read all my answers, which is kind of strange.
Yeah.
And called me and said, "Hey, we've seen what you've answered so far, and we want to take you to the next stage." So it's kind of, I'd like to say it's 50% I applied, and then 50% they like approached me. Because honestly, I probably wouldn't have filmed a video and uploaded it. I probably wouldn't have gone on the show if they hadn't called me.
What was the hesitation for?
Bro, because I was just lazy.
Bro, it's
Honestly,
like
I was
a lengthy
lazy.
process. I remember all the forms that you do to go on MAFS and all that. It's massive. And I literally said to myself, I'm like, I bet half these people don't apply because the forms are too long. So that's how they really sift out a lot of people. I'd like to ask you, all right, fuck, marry, kill. Okay?
Oh, dude, what? You
kill.
did the kill, man. What about fuck, marry, never see again?
Okay, fuck, marry, never see again. Let's be a bit nicer.
Yeah, I don't want to. I'm not.
Fuck, marry, never see again.
Everyone.
John, Alessandra, Mel.
Oh, the experts.
The experts.
Ooh. All right. I'm gonna marry. Oh God, this one's hard.
You got him in the fields with this one, boy.
My first impression was I'd never see Alessandra again, but then I thought about it. I'm like, well, maybe I want to marry her because we would have a very passionate life. And then, yeah, I guess I'd sleep with Mel, or why not? And I guess I'd never see John again. But even that hurts me to say because we like connected over heavy music.
Damn, John.
John likes heavy music.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he
No
was like
way.
listening off all these 80s metal bands.
Are you
So I was
serious?
Like,
I
what the
picture him
hell?
as like a Beethoven, like Mozart listener.
Yeah, nah, he gets into a bit of the heavy rock.
Wow, I did not know that. Bro, it's been an absolute pleasure watching you on the TV. From the moment you walked on, bro, you had me in stitches, and I loved you from the beginning.
From the pink suit.
Yeah, bro, you're so relatable too, because I feel like if I had to relate myself to anyone on, this current MAFS season, it would be you, 100%. And your one-liner when you spoke about you'd rather a date in a bathtub with a toaster than be with, I think it was Bronte or something. I was
Then
dying.
have to listen to her speak again. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was I was dying. And yeah, I just want to say, thank you for bringing the entertainment, bro.
Absolutely, man. Thanks so much for your time, Jesse.
Oh, thanks so much.
Man, it was beautiful actually getting to talk to Jesse, man.
Yeah, how good was that?
Come on now, giving us the ins and
From
outs.
someone from the current MAFS season.
Hey, the Riz God himself. He didn't
Yeah,
wanna-
the man. Yeah, that's it. But hopefully we'll get some more current MAFS casts on.
Absolutely, man.
Spill some
Absolutely.
tea. So you guys, let us know what other people you want on our podcast as guests. If you just email us at backtoreality@novapodcast.com.au.
Just make sure that they're juicy, because we want that controversy.
Yeah, we want to squeeze them for that juice.
Okay. Okay, hold up.
Or maybe we want to hear some success stories.
Hey, that could be a little turnaround.
Yeah, so we
Be around
can
that for sure.
maybe Tani and Ollie down the track.
Ooh, I see where you're going with this. But listen, until then, we'll see you guys next time.
See ya.
Reality.